Hello, I'm Corina Sanchez asking your questions now. The film Himala may have started small in the early 80s, but today remains no small feat. We look at Himala's rise from a noble attempt at filmmaking to a reputed international Filipino-made film classic heralded the world over.
Walang himala! Ang himala ay nasa puso ng tao! Nasa puso nating lahat!
In 1982, Himala, an austere tale of a simple provincial girl who goes on a healing crusade after seeing a vision of the Virgin Mary, broke into the consciousness of the Filipino movie-going public. Written by Ricky Lee and directed by the late national artist for film, Ishmael Bernal, the movie was filmed entirely in the most arid tourist spots in Ilocos Norte in just 3 weeks and on a meager 3 million peso budget. Despite such constraints, the film became a box office hit and one of the highest grossing Filipino films in the 1980s. It also earned superstar Nora Honor a Best Actress award in the Metro Manila Film Festival for her most memorable performance as the fake visionary Elsa. This certifiably cemented Nora Honor's place in Philippine cinema. The movie won the attention of critics, earning it the Best Picture award in the Metro Manila Film Festival in 1983 and the Catholic Mass Media Awards the following year. The Filipino Society of Film Critics Manunuri ng Pelikulang Pilipino also chose Himala as one of the 10 best films of the 1980s. In 1983, Himala became the first Filipino film to be included in the competition section of the prestigious Berlin International Film Festival, what was to be a first in many film festival exhibitions worldwide. More than 2 decades since it first ran, in November 2008, Himala bested 180 films from 43 countries in the Asia-Pacific region. And earning 32% of the vote in an online poll by thousands of film fans around the world, the movie beat Japan's The Seven Samurai by Akira Kurosawa and Taiwan's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon by Ang Lee to emerge as CNN's best Asia-Pacific movie of all time. And following its recent global recognition for filmmaking, we revisit Himala, the film, with esteemed screenwriter Ricky Lee. And it's been a long time since I've seen you and spoken with you, ha? Tagal na, no?
Yeah, oo.
So,
Years and years ago.
Years and years ago, but you're still at it, you're still writing, and breaker lang ito, parang commercial. You have a new book,
Yeah,
Para Kay B.
Para Kay B, a novel. Yeah,
a
my
novel.
first novel. Yeah.
Is that your first novel?
First novel.
Maganda siya, ha?
Thank you.
You haven't really stopped. And how long have you been writing, Ricky?
Since 79 with Jaguar.
Philip Salvador?
Philip Salvador. Lino Broca.
Pero talagang sa film ka, hindi ka talaga novelista.
TV rin. Novelista hindi. Pero TV, di ba? I'm a creative manager for ABS-CBN. So
Yes.
Lobo, maging sino ka man. And,
Yes.
and kahit saan saglit. Fiction, I did fiction a long time ago. And then I got sidetracked writing movies.
Right.
Pero ngayon, nagbabalik na. That's
So
why I did the
sidetrack pa
novel.
pala itong ginawa mo, itong...
Yung Para Kay B.
Para Kay B.
And
yung Himala.
Yeah, in a way, because I've always wanted to write fiction. Hindi ko naman talaga gustong magpelikula.
Okay. And Himala is fiction.
Yeah, although it was based on a real incident in 1967, there was this young girl whose name was, I think, Belinda, who said she saw the Virgin Mary. And then it got publicized. I read the book in 1976, and then I started toying around with the idea of writing a script based on that incident. Doon nagsimula yung...
And I know during the heydays of Nora Honor and Himala and the hoopla that came after that, much has been said about it, but maybe it is a good time now to resurrect that discussion about what really makes Himala such a Himala. You know, I mean, now the bigger non-fiction miracle is that it has become a favorite among the CNN online poll. And but before the international recognition was the accolade given because it really tugged at the hearts of the Filipinos. Why do you think was that before?
Well, first of all, there was Nora Honor. She was already at the top of her career at the time. Ang dami na nag-adulate sa kanya. And then, if I may say so, I suppose the story, in a way, it showed the life of a people as truthfully as possible. And I suppose people could relate to that even at that time.
Despair, poverty,
yeah,
and
poverty
faith.
And faith and hope and hopelessness. The desire, the longing for a miracle, a drop of rain in the midst of all this
Of
dryness
this desert.
of the soul.
Right,
this
right.
desert, yeah.
The dryness of the soul and of the pocket.
And of the packet.
At that time, no? And still today, it remained relevant for a long, long time. And I think it would still be relevant today. I mean, if this were to be shown again, I'm sure a lot of people could still identify because, well, progress hasn't really come to many parts of the Philippines still.
Yeah, what you saw in Himalaya 26 years ago, you still see now around us. The same suffering, the same indifference, the same cynicism, and the same fanaticism.
Okay. And now, to what would you attribute the
This
international
resurgence,
the resurgence and the international, the discovery of the rediscovery of Himala in the international scene?
There was a short list. I think there was a group of jurors, and then they had a short list of films. I wouldn't know why they chose Himala, but if I speculate on it, it shows the Philippines. It showed the Philippines then, and it shows the Philippines now. It gives you a peek at a life in the Philippines. It's the story of suffering people mula noon hanggang ngayon na naghahanap pa rin ng sagot, ng kasagutan. Siguro yun ang nakita
nila. At yan ang gusto ng ng international board.
Gusto nilang nakikita nila yung hindi yung usual na nakikita, kundi yung ano ba ang Pinoy?
Yes.
Ano ba ang Pinoy na Pinoy dito?
Yung indigenous talaga
yung
indigenous,
culture. Oo. And ito, phenomenon ito na nangyayari sa mga karamihan ng mga third world countries. So siguro nakita niyo yun. Aside from, siguro nabigla rin sila na 26 years ago, we were able to come up with a film na ganito ka, if I may say so, ganito ka pure.
Right.
Ganito ka
advanced in a sense.
Single-minded, advanced in a sense. Because I remember Ismael Bernal, during our discussions, lagi niya sinasabi, Ricky, I want the film to be minimalist. Minimalist talaga, very bare, stripped to the soul. Dry na dry, walang mga borloloy, walang mga embellishments. Go to the point in the writing of the script. And sabi niya, that's how I will mount the scenes also. Yun din ang sinasabi niya sa cameraman, go to the point kung saan lang importante. Yun din ang sinasabi niya sa mga artista. Huwag masyadong magalaw. Like there was a scene, a confrontation scene between Nora and Gigi Dueñas, the actress who played Nimia, yung prostitute in the town. So confrontation nilang dalawa, mahaba yung scene eh. Sabi niya, tayo lang kayo dyan dalawa. So the camera did not move at all at sila rin huwag daw gumalaw and sumbatan.
They just spoke. Nagsumbatan na nagsumbatan.
They just spoke. Para you can focus on the content of the scene, on the soul of the moment, rather than on the camera movements and the design and so on.
And even in the writing, say, of this particular scene.
Go to the soul, strip it of taba.
So that means,
walang mga taba-taba.
So that means it really also was a challenge for you to
it was
to make everything revolve around the dialogue.
Yeah, especially because at that time that I was writing Himala, I was also writing Moral for Marilu de Sabaya. Yung moral meandering yung style, story for female friends. It's very talky, parang very contemporary. The way people, di ba? We just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. So parang wala siyang structure. So magkaiba, magka-opposite. So it was really a challenge. But
was it pioneering at that time or revolutionary in Philippine cinema?
Yeah.
To have been stripped of, trimmed of all the fat and stripped to the barest.
None of the usual sampalan, none of the usual sigawan, none of the usual bigger-than-life portrayal of actors and actresses. In fact, when it came out, the reviews were mixed. There were some reviews that said na si Nora naman walang ginawang acting. Sa huli lang siya umarte nung binaril. They said that she wasn't acting because she wasn't acting. She was being Elsa. very minimalist. So, akala nila it wasn't acting. Kaya maraming negative reviews at the time.
At that time?
At the time. Oo.
But today, it would be much easier to defend Nora Honor's style of acting at that time.
Because she was just being, she was being Elsa. She wasn't acting this and acting that. She wasn't portraying Elsa. She was being Elsa.
But don't you think that there's like, has that style stayed, or did it get buried against all the meanderings again, and now because many indie films today are this way. I mean, it's more dialogue centered.
Yeah, you go to the soul. Yung, di ba,
So ano
walang
yun,
mga
cycle ba yan?
distractions.
Parang fashion, or
I think we keep going back to what really is good.
and essential?
And essential. And yeah, with all these distractions around, with all this mess around, I think it's important every now and then to have a film that tells us to just get to the heart of it. Just go to the soul.
And you know, the writer, you mentioned one scene a while ago, but the writer, Ricky Lee, has his own favorite most memorable tug at the heart moments of the film Himala. Now heralded the world over, so we explore more of the intricacies of the film Himala with the writer's favorite scenes when we come back. This is Korina Today.
Elsa! Tawagin silang lahat.
Ipasara ang kabaret, Elsa. Malaking bagay yon para kay Tay.
Hindi ako ang nagpasara ng kabaret, Nimia. Sina Mrs. Alba at Chayong.
Maski ano ang sabihin mo, susundin nila.
Bakit ka nagpatayo ng kabaret? Mula nung mangyari yo'y dumami na ang mga...
Puta, bakit hindi mo sabihin? Bakit? Yung ginagawa niyo ba nila Mrs. Alba? Hindi pagpuputa sa mga tao dito. Pinagbibilhan niyo sila ng himala.
Tinutulungan namin sila.
Pareho lang tayong puta.
Umalis ka na.
Pinubulag ka ng mga nasa paligid mo, Elsa. Kaya wala ka nakikita. Marami kang tagasunod, pero wala kang kaibigan. Ikaw ang may sakit. Hindi ang mga tao.
The film Himala from the experimental cinema of the Philippines was described by CNN last month as having austere camera work and a haunting score that underline the harsh conditions that her people endure. What is it about the film that makes it a noteworthy example of Filipino filmmaking? Let's find out from noted screenwriter Ricky Lee. So the intricacies would probably be seen in the dialogue. And if you were to choose, which, say, 3 scenes would you choose as your favorite ones among so many in Himala?
The one I mentioned kanina, yung sumbatan. There's a scene also, another scene where si Gigi Dueñas, a prostitute, nakipaglaro sa mga bata. Then nang gumanon siya, naging siya na yung virgin. So, the virgin and the whore in one character.
Ah, okay. So,
And
was this something in your screenplay?
yeah, it was in the script, and I visualized it that way.
And Ismael Bernal
He did it that way.
did it very well.
Yeah, he directed the script to the letter. Yun yung sinabi niya sa akin. He was very, very faithful to the script. We kept discussing and arguing and collaborating, but in the end, he stuck to the script.
So
And
was it difficult convincing Gigi how to project herself, or it's something new?
Yeah,
Sa mga
oo.
artista noon, siguro sabi nila, ano ba ito?
ano ba ito? Ba't naggagano at nag-ano? Hindi naman. By the way, they were all new to cinema, di ba? Si Nora lang noon ang artista at the time. They all came from radio and stage. So it was all their first time to act on the screen. And then the third scene, the most popular scene in the film, the ending, the walang himala scene.
Hindi totoong nagpakita sa akin ng mahal na birhen. Walang himala. Hindi totoong may himala. Tayo ang gumagawa ng himala. Tayo ang gumagawa ng mga sumpa.
na up
And
to
that
now,
gets played over and over
over and
and
over,
over.
oo, sa CNN. And maski sa mga sing-along bars, ini-impersonate ng mga MCs, di ba yung walang
Yes.
himala? Sina Ate
Walang
Kay.
himala.
Yeah.
So you really wanted to douse everybody's, I mean, fuel everybody's hopelessness in that last scene.
Yeah, oo. Because that was the truth, di ba? Yung pupunta ka dun sa pinaka-truth nung situation eh. You have these suffering people, lahat sila nag-adulate kay Nora, kay Elsa, and she could lead them anywhere, maski saan niya dalhin. Ready sila, impyerno, langit, susunod sila kay Elsa. But then she found out that, di ba, the truth, which was that hindi totoo at siya mismo, fake siyang visionary. But they could not bear to hear the truth. Mas importante sa kanila ang survival nila, ang miracle nila.
And when everything else fails, you only have faith.
Yeah, they had to shoot her, they had to kill her because she was telling them the truth. They had to kill her so that they could continue with their faith.
Delusions.
With their delusions in a way. But the film does not judge eh. Kumbaga, I cannot say na mali itong mga taong ito for suffering, for having nothing to eat.
Or for wanting
or
to
for
believe.
wanting to believe in miracles. Hindi nila kasalanan eh. Hindi nila kasalanan na ganun. So, but alam natin, and it's very painful, alam natin na mali. But we don't judge them as mali kayo niyan.
It just is.
It just is and was and is up to now the situation.
And will continue to be maybe.
And sana hindi
Not only here, but in many parts of the
In many
world.
parts, oo. Sa nangyayari ngayon, mas lalo siguro tayo nangangailangan ng mga makakapitan, himala man o katotohanan na makakapitan.
You know, I really want to next go into the problem, which is cinema not giving enough budget or incentive for more films and screenplays like Himala. But maybe let's just end with a really sweet note, which is the recognition of well, the international filmmaking world on the product of Ishmael Bernal and Ricky Lee and the performances of the actors in Himala. Congratulations,
Thank
Ricky.
you, Corinne.